I'm Angela Fox, Managing Director and Vice President of Australia and New Zealand. We spoke about mentoring and the importance to that as an executive, and when you think about what you can give back to the industry and to all areas of the business at all levels. This is an area that I'm particularly passionate about. At any one time, I may be mentoring up to 6 to 8 people. I don't have a predefined view of the level at which I mentor. In my view, if an individual comes forward and asks me to mentor, I accept that. I do work with them up front to position what they want out of the mentoring relationship, and we speak openly about what they want to gain from the relationship and our engagement. I tend to formalise it to ensure that we both stay on track, so I tend to schedule regular reviews. They can be 6-weekly, they could be quarterly, or they could be monthly in some instances. But I really try and stay flexible, specific to the individual on what they want to get out of the relationship. We spoke about, so when does a mentoring relationship start or end? I think that they can just peter out. I think there is a responsibility when you approach a person to be mentored to have a really strong sense of ownership. And so I look for people to drive the mentoring relationship and to be holding me accountable for getting what they want out of the relationship. So, as I indicated, some relationships just peter out, while others take full advantage of the opportunity that's presented to them. In other cases, I'll suggest that perhaps there's an opportunity for them to go and explore other mentors, and as we think about what their areas for development are and where they have their strengths, because I see mentoring not only as a development tool, but I also see it as a very critical networking tool to think about how you're building out the influencers and stakeholders that have the potential to be your sponsors going forward. So it's a great opportunity for anybody. I think it's something that as executives we owe to both the industry and our employees to give back and prioritise time for. So I had the opportunity to establish the Diversity and Inclusion Council for Australia and New Zealand, and I actually took the opportunity while I was on maternity leave myself. After having given birth to my daughter Sophie, I chose to take 12 months out of the business. So from my perspective, setting up the Diversity and Inclusion Council gave me an opportunity to stay very connected with the business, to stay engaged with people, and to also, while I had the mind space and the opportunity to give back to the business and look for a way outside of a career, a specific job, to actually find a way to add value. So it brought executive focus to it. It allowed me to engage with the executive leadership team around the importance of it. It also allowed me to engage a number of senior professionals and professionals from across the business that were extremely passionate about diversity and inclusion. So I was the catalyst, but by no means was I the end. It was the people around me that had the same passion and have actually continued to move diversity and inclusion forward for our business.